who has a 100-word summary of all the trouble you guys got into last week?
You have a mission. You had a mission statement of making us as broke as possible, and we're surprised when we purified all this booze and sold it.
I mean, I don't know. I think mission statement's going pretty good. Judging by my notes here, you guys are still like $34,000 in the can.
Yeah, but loans are fake money. And so are debts.
Right.
I love that you said it like you're a game show host. You have $34,000 in debt. Like, thanks. Yeah, we know.
Like your Pat Sajak or something.
Here's what I want for my birthday, you guys.
Okay.
It's not until July, so you have a while to coordinate this. I want everybody to go on the RPG Horror Stories subreddit and tell a true, actual story of one of our games, and see how many of those people you can get to call me an asshole. Like, my DM started us with 35,000 gold in debt for no reason.
I'll call you an asshole right now. You want?
No, it's got to be other people who don't know me calling me an asshole. Otherwise,
Yeah.
otherwise I can't get it up. Who are these?
That's right, Tulsa, he is.
Who are these
Oh,
green?
jeez.
Who are these green guys here?
Those are thugs that we have tied up.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be all the way up here, though. We've dragged them.
That's
They're gone.
Yeah, they're in they got put in some sort of prison thing.
Some sort of lockdown.
I don't know the specifics.
They've been coroned.
Somebody had somebody knew a guy that was gonna hold him for like a day or two.
Yeah.
Listen, if I don't know a guy, I know a guy who knows a guy.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Everybody knows lots of guys. You're all very impressive.
This is the indirect addressing section of the textbook.
And so, what's next?
So we just finished a long rest camped out above this place?
It is now the morning of the 18th.
Yes,
Okay.
I remember that.
Yeah, that's right. We have our standing instructions.
So let's just do a quick, because I just got some new spells. I suspect other people did as well. So we're not doubling up on anything we don't need. My second levels are Lesser Restoration, Rope Tricks, Sea Invisibility. Does anyone else, does anyone need me to take anything else, or does anyone want to change what they have because of that? Good.
I decided on Hunger of Hadar, or Hunger of Birdie, I'm sorry.
Also, as a
And
parting
fly.
gift from Tom Wolfe, I can now make a bag of holding, which I have.
You have that.
I have haste. Just gonna leave it at that.
It's a good spell.
Haste.
Well done.
Thank you.
All right, so dungeon-wise, I didn't get anything. I'm still I just hit things twice now.
Nice, I love it.
He
I mean,
only
that's
got
not
the
nothing.
best class feature in the game, that's all.
You do you, buddy. And then do you again.
Yeah, then do you again. Once per short rest, yes.
So if I recall, the information we got was that there's a crazy half-elf lady this way. But but he also said there's two arteries. Is that the word they were used? That both basically lead to the same place anyway. So we can go this way if we want.
The two major arteries don't both lead to the same place.
Oh.
But there are two major arteries in the sewers. There's the southern one here, and then the northern one here, only half of which you can see.
Okay. Also, thing that crosses my mind is apparently somewhere over here there's a pool of water where they dunk people, and there's something in the water that eats those people that get dunked.
That's supposed to be somewhere in this area.
So yeah, if we see deep water, we don't. We stay 30, 40 feet away from it.
That seems like a safety. That seems like a safety. Yes.
We stay out of tentacle range.
You just call it a
I don't-
safety yes?
I mean, I'm working on it. Okay, it's a new company policy I'm working on.
Alright,
I'm still I'm workshopping.
You're workshopping it, got it.
This is the most recent update to Dosha.
Yes.
Alright,
So-
so what's next?
or safety.
Oh shit! I might not be certified for Dosh anymore. I might have to go through training again.
Yeah, I'm calling it VDP, Voluntary
You have
Dragon
to go
Plans.
through retraining every 2 years.
Right.
Even if they change
Yeah.
the rules.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
no.
you gotta get a Dosha green belt or whatever, right?
Man, you know what, McDohl? F you for bringing up VPP in this.
Okay, so.
All right, so we're
before
heading
Brooklyn
down
kills us.
and finding out what terrible thing happened to the bodies that didn't alert anyone because we had alarm spells, so everything's fine.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone on
let's
board
head
with that?
Let's
That
head
sounds like a
downstairs.
plan.
I
Who
have
wants to go
to,
first?
Yeah,
I have to
we were back here with our bodies. Yeah.
I have to redo Scrappy's stat sheet because my proficiency bonus went up.
Because somebody wouldn't let me cut their heads off. Or rather, wouldn't cut their heads off for me because I have these tiny little arms.
You can just work at it.
That's disgusting.
I
Just takes a
could
minute.
explode their heads with Eldritch Blast, maybe.
You can't. Eldritch Blast only targets a creature.
God damn it, you're right.
But if we raise it as a zombie first,
Then you can blast it.
Then
with
I
Eldritch
could blow
Blast.
its head off. Yes.
What do you think? Like the like obviously they had to have a reason for wording spells that way. I wonder what their reason was.
I feel like the entire spell section of the book needed about 2 more revisions.
So what's next?
Like, so are we going this way? Or are we going this way?
I think we were gonna go. I think we were gonna go this way. Potentially.
So that lady is down here. We should probably take care of her first. She's probably our best lead on where the little girl is, whose name I can't remember because it's been 6,000 weeks.
Yeah, I think we're starting over this way here.
Letitia.
Was it Letitia? That doesn't sound
I-
right.
No, but I like the name.
Oh,
And then hello,
Thanks.
Alexander, and not Scrappy.
It's what it was already named.
Is that our plan? Let the Scrappy go first.
Heading back into this room, everything is pretty much as you left it.
Sounds good.
Do you guys want to go to the right where we heard that woman might be? Or go north where we heard the death pit is?
I'm gonna vote against Death Pit.
For once, I'm in agreement.
I think the Death Pit is not a good tourist attraction.
Would you want to go if we change this nomenclature?
Probably not.
Can you change something's nomenclature, Florian?
Oh, absolutely.
Really?
What would you call the Death Pit to make me want to go to the Death Pit?
Well, it depends on what you want to rename it to.
Happy Fun Time Pit.
Do you want to
Lucius
deceive?
starts walking in this direction.
Or do
Okay.
you just want to make it softer?
Oh yeah. Also, I have 120 feet of dark vision once again.
Gross.
I got it back.
Love to hear it.
Devil sight.
How deep is this obvious this pee and poo that I'm traipsing in?
Oh, only like ankle deep. You remember the imps jumped down and waded through it without any difficulty.
I just want to know how likely I am to get sepsis. That's all.
And it starts
Cross
curving
over there.
around to the left. You're hopping up
Lucius
this
can
side.
barely. No, Lucius can barely make that jump because he's got a 6 strength. A 5-foot jump.
I'm going to take a look up here.
That's a wall.
Oh, that's a...
That's a wall? Okay.
That
Yeah.
looks well.
Sorry, I thought it was Thought
yeah,
it might
no.
be a
Now
ranged
that I
area.
see it, yeah. It looks like a lip, but it could easily be a wall as well.
Like I said, we're in shades, so it's kind of hard to see a lot of stuff.
I thought you had dark vision.
My player, Nodal.
So coming around this turn here, you do have ledges on either side of you, and there's a bridge spanning the gap here.
How high is the ledges?
It's about 15, 18 feet up, but it's not like a solid wall. It curves upward until it meets the wall sharply, and then the actual wall you have to climb is only about 10 feet. So if you're in the middle of this sewer, you're about 15 or 18 feet below the ledge. If you're up against the wall, you're only about 10 feet below.
Okay. So I'm going to. Do you want to keep going down the path, or do you want to go check up above? What's everybody's vote here?
I would just like poke your head up above to see what the situation is, but then go down the path.
I'm going to climb up on Scrappy and peek up over the.
Okay. Looking up here, what kind of dark vision do you have?
I have 60 feet.
So you see the corner of the wall here. You can see where the ledge wraps back around behind you.
Mm-hmm.
And in front of you, you see a room with another one of these cages in it. And inside the cage is some kind of small flappy animal. But it's difficult to tell exactly what kind of small flappy animal it is because it's around this corner.
I'm going to climb up and then just not go anywhere, but just turn around and look like at down here as well.
Okay. Looking back here, you just see the ledge that you guys followed along. Across the bridge here is a heavy oak door on the other side. And then down here, you've got this ledge.
I don't love those cages being behind us.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other hand, well, no, something coming after us would be more likely to be able to jump down towards us than to climb up towards us, is my opinion.
I mean, yeah, I think we should head up.
Okay, I'll put down just hold down my rope and then so everybody can embrace it, so everybody can climb up.
Okay.
Oh, Brick, just before anything happens that would make this messed up to have not said yet. I forgot to mention when we were up there, I wanted to cast Find Familiar to bring my bat friend back.
Is he really your friend?
I mean, he enjoys changing shape. He doesn't
what
enjoy what's
things say?
required in order to do it, but
He's contractually obligated to be your friend.
Okay, fair enough. Where's the bat at?
he's just going to be on my shoulder.
I don't see him.
That's because I am making a token.
What's next?
Let me
Thank you. What
send
was it?
Scrappy into the room with the cages.
Okay.
Before you go in there with Scrappy, is there any way? Can you detect a magic mouth with detect magic?
Yes.
So is Scrappy not moving in there?
So you think somebody should look for a magic mouth before we go in there?
You want to take the 10 minutes to cast it?
That's
I
up
mean,
to y'all.
we've been out of here for hours, so yeah, sure.
Okay.
I could cast it, sure.
So who's casting it? Seeker?
Yeah, I'll take 10 minutes, cast Detect Magic.
The bodies were not disturbed, right, when we got down?
They were not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seeker. You detect an aura of divination magic emanating from the bottom of these stairs.
And I let everyone know that, and I suspect that it's so Magic Mouth. I'm fairly sure is an illusion because it creates audio, but that might be trying to figure out who's going up the stairs.
Is alarm divination? No, it's abjuration, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, did I not say illusion?
You said divination magic.
You said divination.
Oh, that was dumb. I did that. Should have said illusion.
Okay, then
Okay.
yeah, then I tell everyone. Yeah, it seems like at the base of the stairs there's a
Florian,
spell
how
that could
close
very
do you have
easily
to
do
get to
magic.
a magic mouth to set it off?
The trigger is 30 feet. I believe. Let me double check. Yeah, 30 feet.
Well, the trigger is 30 feet, but it's also a circumstance. So it could be, like, the circumstance could be someone stepping on it.
So I could try and disable it if it's a magical trap. If you can show me where it is, but getting
so
close
I
enough
have-
to do that
I
might
have
set it
dis-
off.
Well, so here's the thing. I have to spell magic.
Mm-hmm.
I could dispel the magic.
You want to? Let's check the other two paths before we commit to that. I think because there's another door down here, and there's whatever's down here, and there's whatever's over here. I imagine this goes to the evil.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I'll send Scrappy down.
Was
to
it
this-
at the base of the stairs, Brick, or the top?
Down towards the base.
All right, so I'm just going to make a marking on here,
Yep.
guys.
Okay, Scrappy's coming over to this heavy wooden door on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to stand over here.
Everyone stand out of the torchlight, and I'll Scrappy open the door.
Okay. Bear with me 1 second. I have a brand new monster manual, you guys.
Uh-oh.
Nice. They got you the new one now?
I mean, it's just like the old one, except the pages
Oh,
are
yeah,
falling
okay.
out.
No, I meant, yeah, the new physical book, because your old one was falling apart.
Right.
No, I mean, it.
You
no,
had
no,
scared
no.
me.
Right?
It no longer is falling apart. It has fallen apart.
Well, you know, for a monster manual, that's almost useful.
Yeah, I mean, you can.
Yeah, at that point, it's
holes
just a
in those
monster
things.
binder.
Yeah.
And then put it in a binder.
I love how like you said I got a brand new monster manual and Nodal immediately panicked. You're like, oh
I mean,
no.
Monster
got-
manual.
Last time he got a new
Volcano
monster manual, I got
dragons.
my eyes popped out of my head.
He has a Tome of Beast, and I think there's a Tome of Beast 2 on the way.
Which I don't have yet. It's already out.
Oh.
I'm gonna get it.
The tone. There's that other one they have as well.
So is
Boy,
Scrappy opening this door?
Yes.
All right. So just
D&D Beyond is
inside
not
the door.
consistent about updating his stats at new levels. I just have to do it myself.
First of all, there's a lit torch in this room and a torch sconce. So if you go in and turn left, you descend some stairs into. So you got like kind of two ledges here, one above the other. The end of this hallway here is probably right about the end of Scrappy's dark vision. There's some stairs going up to a third level. And as you open the door into the area, you hear somewhere up above you to the south, you hear low growling noises.
Or
Any
Scrappy
magic
goes
seeker?
in. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Is there any magic within 30 feet of the door?
No. Coming all the way in and looking down, you do see one of these cages at the base of the stairs in front of you, but it is empty. There's no motion inside it.
I'm going to stay about 20 feet back from Scrappy so that if he's about to walk into something, I'll see it.
Maybe I'll send him up to you.
So it's about 10 feet down to this ledge or 10 feet up to this ledge. To get to these stairs, you're going to have to do something about this cage. It's in the way.
Is the wall simple enough that Scrappy could just climb up?
It's not that difficult. It's only climbing up 10 feet.
Okay. Yeah, have him climb up to the higher ledge. Get some light up there.
And as he climbs up, Gus, you're climbing up as well?
Yeah.
Okay. There are 3 doors here. But these are not the heavy wooden doors that you've seen in other areas. These are like pen doors, like wooden, they're kennel doors. And you can hear on the other side of them growling and snarling. And looking through the ones ahead of you, they have a new thing now. When you load in a component, it doesn't actually load it in until you click.
That sounds annoying.
It's actually much better because now the
really?
guys don't all appear in the center of the table and I've got to drag them over.
Oh, okay.
Gus, you see prowling back and forth, very aware of your presence, 2 large black cats. And they are monstrous because protruding from the backs of their heads on their shoulder blades are these 2 long, squid-like tentacles whipping about as though tasting the air. Very, like, you can tell these cats are aware of you because they're looking at the bar as they pace back and forth. But their tentacles as well are aware of you.
Should have taken the safety bit this morning.
Going to step over next to Scrappy, and I'm going to get down on the ground and kind of like poke my head over the ledge and whisper, "There's very large tentacle cats up here."
Brick, we can't see the pawns.
Yeah.
Flag of war.
There you go.
They're there.
I'll come over to this wall and offer to boost Seeker up so we can check for magic up here.
And I'll give it a pop over.
Okay.
Anything within 30 feet?
All 3 of these doors radiate some kind of abjuration magic.
Alright, and I'll tell everyone that.
What kind of doors are like? How are they held shut?
Kennel doors. They're wooden bars, so you would lift them up.
Okay. So it's just they're barred shut with like a crossbeam?
Yes, but it's made of wood, not metal.
Right.
If I come over to here, can I see down into this corner?
Sure. Down in this corner is another heavy wooden door.
Okay.
There's also a similar torch sconce against this wall here, giving off a fair amount of light.
So,
Gus, can you lower your rope down for me?
Yeah, sure. I could just probably reach down and pull you up with my hand.
Either that, whatever.
Yep.
What's next?
So do we kill? Were we told they're displacer beast, or were we
yes,
told?
yes, we had a discussion about displacer beasts. Like everything they eat, deep gnomes. Give me a hand up.
Yep.
Can we, from up here, can I get a better view into these kennels?
Seeker.
Yeah, I'll come up, and then I'm gonna pop over here.
Yeah.
Florian, you got to climb up yourself. Sorry. No, I give you my hand.
Looking into the other two kennels, you do see that they're slightly larger than the one directly across from you. But you don't see any creatures inside of them. Not from where you're standing, at least.
Oh no, they're invisible. Can displacer beasts go invisible?
I don't think so. Maybe.
So you said there was magic there?
No,
No,
that's,
that's
how-
a torch
doors.
sconce. The 3 doors are emanating magic.
Oh.
I mean, I could just start shooting the displacer beasts through the bars.
Well, good.
Do you really think we're getting out of here without having to fight these things?
No.
I think we got another magic mouth situation where if we move in, we hang the magic.
Well,
I
Seeker
haven't
hasn't
seen a
found
magic
it.
mouth.
Yeah, Seeker
And
hasn't-
we've gotten close enough that
Yeah.
theoretically, but it's possible that it could just be a magic mouth on the doors. It's difficult to say.
Is there looking at the stuff? Is there any way we could just seal them shut?
They're already shut.
I know, seal them shut where they won't open.
Doors aren't illusion magic; they're abjuration.
The
Right?
doors are abjuration, which
Yeah.
is probably an arcane lock.
Yeah.
That's actually or an alarm.
Which means there's probably something around here that'll trigger it.
Right.
If we're not.
So yeah, I guess I'm gonna look around to just search a little bit better to see if I can find like a magic mouth while my detect magic's up.
Then yeah, you just detect the magic from the 3 doors, and that's it.
Can you get a look inside that one if I put Scrappy over here so you can't get attacked through the cage if they come to the front?
I mean, I'm not gonna stand right up on it, but I'll take a shot, take a look.
Well, not on this, not standing close to this one, standing close to this one.
I just don't want to
One
get
with
within range of
nothing
those
in it.
tentacles.
Right, which is why putting the
Oh, this
Mechanic
one. Okay,
side
yeah.
badger
No, I
yeah.
see you. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, I'll look through.
unoccupied ones.
Okay. Looking into this kennel. Looking around the corner. It looks unoccupied.
Okay.
What about your blind sense? Does it Casey's blind
Yeah.
sense?
How big are these bars here?
How big are they?
Yeah, are they like how wide is the gap? Is it
What-
wide enough that
why
Casey
does-
could
why
get
does-
through?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, then I'll send Casey in there to kind of poke around with his blind sense to see if he can find anything in there.
Okay, roll initiative.
All right, let's do it.
Ooh, that's a good initiative roll.
And yes, I'm aware you took a feat.
No, I mean, I rolled like poop, like absolute poop.
Oh, I love it when I'm first. I love it.
I rolled a 19.
Man,
So
look at
did
this guy
I.
complaining about rolling like poop. What the hell happened to my die?
Oh, also he took a long
Like
rest.
over here by
Okay,
my
we're-
nameplate, the die is like balanced on top of my portrait there. Look at that.
We'll all wait
Yeah,
until
that just-
McDohl's done.
That just happens.
Weird.
Alright, we're going to come in on Casey's turn, because I had held actions inside.
Of course you did.
Oh.
Poor,
Of course I
poor,
did.
poor Casey.
I was so proud of being on top. Ah.
So Casey's plan is to scout the entire room, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, Casey's fly speed isn't incredibly fast, so that might take 2 turns, but you'll have to tell me like where you want Casey to be when something happens to him.
Well, if Casey's just flying and looking around the room, I kind of put him wherever I want him, can't I?
Yeah, that's what
He's
I'm
gonna
saying.
fly in and do a circle.
Right. I'm saying you need to put him down.
No!
As
I can
Casey
heal him?
circles around the room, what looks like a cloud of black smoke coalesces next to him, forming one of these cat creatures, which uses its held action to lash out at you, or at your bat.
Not my bat.
I have an 18 to hit Casey.
And 18's gonna hit Casey.
Actually, we can put Casey here because I've got reach on him.
I mean, you don't need to put Casey anywhere. Casey's gone. Casey's good.
So, yeah, this black smoke kind of coalesces up out of the straw and debris in the room, forms into one of these creatures that lashes out with these whip-like tentacles, and does
Thanks,
something
Casey,
terrible
you
to
were
your bat.
valuable.
And that's going to bring us to Seeker's turn.
Alright, Seeker is going to get the heck out of dodge. Because being here seems bad. That creature that just spawned in, I can't see him.
Yeah, is there supposed to be a pawn in there for that one?
There we go.
There we go.
Okay. I am going to... You know what? Let's make it a little easier to deal with these guys for the moment.
Okay.
I'm going to put in a web
Okay.
in this room.
And then
And
move.
then I'm going to back the heck up.
So go ahead and expend the spell slot, but as you try to pass the magic through the bars of the door, the web does not appear.
And I'll say that quickly to everyone. What happened? I'll back up.
That's unfortunate.
It's going to bring us to Lucius.
I'm gonna position myself where I have line of sight with this door.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna radiant action. If the door opens, I'm gonna shoot whatever comes out of it.
Very good. With what?
Eldritch Blast.
You just cast Eldritch Blast through the bars, like Seeker did.
I mean, do I have line of sight to the creature inside the door in there? Because I don't. Because I think it's like, isn't it? It's
No,
As a
you-
gag,
right.
it's gonna disappear.
It was a
Remember.
joke. It's going to bring us to Florian.
Fateful naming. Let's bless Alexander and Gus and Lucius.
Aw.
Never bless Seeker. Why would you? Moving or staying put?
Because it's really... The longer this goes on, the funnier it is.
Seeker doesn't make rolls.
It's kind
Floor-
of
There's
true,
also
yeah.
that.
Moving or staying put?
Let's stay... Let's go there.
Okay. Alexander, you're up.
Gonna load my gun, point it at this guy,
Mhm.
and try taking a shot.
This is your magical gun that fires magical bullets?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and roll the hit.
That hits an armor class of... I think that went up because I got a proficiency bonus. 22.
Okay. You take aim, fire your bullet, and as it passes the plane of the wooden bars, the bullet evaporates into nothing.
Yep. Snap the center of the gun apart, pull out one of the bullets I actually made, a real bullet,
Mhm.
load it in and fire that one.
Same one?
Yep.
Roll the hit.
That hits a 20.
20 will hit.
Only got 5 of these guys.
5 normal bullets.
Yeah, I only made 5 bullets. Well, yeah. So that'll deal 13.
13.
I mean, do I still get the +1 from the magical gun?
If you're firing it from magical gun, you sure do.
Yeah, 13 magical piercing damage.
Okay. And the thing definitely felt that. And the thing yelps out in pain, and then bursts apart into a cloud of smoke, which quickly dissipates into the air around it. And
Okay,
you do not see
let's pull Scrappy back. We'll actually put him here because he's going to have reach and have him dodge.
Okay. That's going to bring us to Gus.
Mm-hmm. That's gonna take us away from Gus. I'm not doing anything.
Not doing anything. Not even dodging.
I don't know. I made 10 bullets.
Okay, I guess I'll dodge.
Okay.
I don't have any way to shoot into the cage.
All right. 2 clouds of smoke coalesce around Scrappy. Here and here under the torch sconce. No, 3 clouds of smoke. So we're going to put one of them in front of Alexander.
Pick him up.
Pick him up.
Thank you.
These 2 both vanish. And now let's start attacking people. I gotta be very careful to keep track of reactions in this fight. Let's do Alexander first.
Deflect attack.
On the okay.
Roll whichever one. They're all adjacent to Scrappy, so.
Well, do you want to do this first one I'm rolling?
No, I'm just, yeah, it's going to deflect attack the first one.
Gotcha. Okay, so that's going to miss. Second one, attacking Alexander. That's looking at a 20 to hit.
Shield.
Okay.
Alex pulls up the buckler strap on his arm and hits a button on it, and a magical field of force extends from it.
And that increases your AC to
21.
Okay, so the tentacle reflects off your shield, and we'll give one to Scrappy here. I have a 23 to hit Scrappy.
Was that with the dodge?
Oh, I didn't know he was dodging.
Yep.
It's going to be a 19 to hit Scrappy.
That is.
It's going to be 10 points of bludgeoning damage, plus 4 points of piercing damage, as one of the tentacles crashes into him and rakes along his metal form. And that's going to bring us back to Seeker.
So before that, I'm assuming that since they phase through the thing, I don't get my rated action.
Well, it was contingent on the door opening, was it not?
Yeah, that's what I was asking. That's fine. That's fine.
Seeker's turn.
More fool me.
All right. I am going to. I'm trying to decide whether I want to be clever about this. And I think. No, not at the moment. I am going to cast a magic missile.
Okay.
Targeting 2 on this one and 1 on this one.
Okay.
That is 7 damage on this one.
Okay.
And 3 damage on this one.
And are you moving or staying put?
I am going to move. I'm going to keep backing up.
Okay. The 2 that Seeker just hit vanish into a puff of smoke.
That's what I was expecting.
It's going to bring us to Lucius.
All right, I'm going to poke my head around the corner and take an Eldritch Blast shot at this boy.
Okay, roll hit.
You are looking at... That's a 12 to hit.
12 does not hit.
Yeah, okay. Now break on
You're
back.
blessed.
You're right. I am, thank you.
Who's currently blessed?
Maybe we need a button that just says that whenever you push it.
Did I I say a 12? I actually meant a 16 to hit.
That hits.
Okay.
Nice. Good hit,
Thank
Florian.
you, McDohl. Thank you, McDohl. You're looking at a good 5 is 13 force damage.
Okay. And that one, likewise, vanishes into a cloud of smoke.
Gotta scoot back over here, not even looking to see if what I hit was actually there.
It's going to bring us to Florian.
Gonna backpedal. I'm gonna dodge.
Alexander.
As a bonus action, I'm going to order Scrappy to repair, so the 2 spigots on his body will open, and alchemical healing stuff will flow over him. As my action, I'm going to ready an action to fire a sharpshooter shot at the first tentacle creature that shows up.
Okay.
And Scrappy's going to move to here.
Alexander, you're readying an action to fire at the first one that shows up, but where are you actually aiming? Where are you looking at? Because that might matter. If one appears behind you, you're not going to be able to aim quickly enough.
Like this, like I'm standing against this, with my back to this drop.
Okay.
So this area.
That seems safe.
That seems fine.
Okay. It's going to bring us to Gustavo.
Gus is going to...
To be clear, because you drank all that expensive whiskey, is it Gus or is it drunk Gus?
I didn't drink the whiskey. I still have the whiskey.
So you didn't drink all the whiskey?
No, I didn't drink any of the whiskey.
I don't believe that. I noticed
Drink the beer.
Somebody else check his whiskey to see if he's drank it.
Anyway, I don't remember what I was going to do. Let me think. It's because I'm drunk. God damn it.
I knew it.
See how this works?
I'm going to hold an action to attack a displacer. If a hostile creature appears in one of, like, basically within my reach, I'm going to attack it.
Okay.
And I am, of course, using my hammer. So 5 foot.
Okay.
I need to get like a whip or something.
So we'll first trigger. This is going to be a really weird turn
Is it?
that I don't know if Lucius will like.
I mean, I haven't liked much about this place so far, and you're not.
So
you're
this
not gonna
triggers
win
Gus's
popularity
held
COD
action.
Points this...
Okay.
Ah.
Oh, okay. Does a 21 hit?
21 does hit.
I think that's 21, but it's over 20. It doesn't matter. 21 hits. Where is D8?
So you're reading an action that got triggered immediately. That's what I'm sensing here.
Yeah, so he takes 9 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, so what has just happened here is my man has BAMF'd into existence right next to you, but facing Lucius. He then takes the damage, uses his reaction to disappear into a cloud of smoke, which means he's now invisible and can attack Lucius with advantage.
Thanks, buddy.
Lucius, I have
Hey.
24 to hit.
Let me check my AC.
We're looking at 7 points of bludgeoning damage,
Sure.
plus 3 points of slashing as the tentacles race across you, and now he is also visible again. That's the first one. The second one pops into place here next to Alexander, triggering his held action.
Blessed. That's a 20 on armor class.
20 will hit.
For 22 piercing damage.
Not bad.
So since we're in the midst of just the reaction shenanigans nonsense round, when I get hit, I'm going to use Hellish Rebuke.
So I would really
I need
appreciate
that.
it if you would do that when the trigger actually happens. Like, go ahead and roll it, but let's
I mean, you
try to
you
use the
jumped
reaction.
right onto Destil, so, but please make a dexterity saving throw. DC is 16.
It's going to be a 12.
Okay,
I'm sorry, at 13.
Still gonna fail. Pleased to be enjoying some fire damage. Team plus 21 fire damage.
Okay. So Alex has applied damage to this one, which triggers his reaction. He is now invisible and attacks Alexander with advantage. Alexander, your shield lasts until when?
End of my next turn, I think. It might be start. Let me double check.
I would bet on start, I think.
Start. Yeah,
Anyway, it's
start.
going to be an 18 to hit, which is
That
gonna,
is.
And this one is visible, having attacked from, or is now visible, having attacked from invisibility. The third one and the fourth one, and where else can they see? Move him here. All right, so I got one more for Alex.
Mm-hmm. You didn't give me damage from that last one that hit.
It didn't hit. You had shield up still.
Okay.
So I had armor class 18.
That was previous turn.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Fine. If you really want the damage that bad.
I'm not going to cheat.
It's 10 points of bludgeoning damage
Mhm.
and 2 points of slashing.
Okay.
The one that's teleported down below you here, I have an 18 to hit.
Yep.
So it's going to be 5 points of bludgeoning, 3 points of slashing, and I got one for Gus. Gus, I have an 18 to hit.
No.
So his tentacle just kind of wraps around your boot for a moment. This one bamps into existence here, kind of facing this door, and then immediately smokes back out, having not attacked anyone. And who still has... These two still have reactions. Make a quick note of that. Because I also don't want to cheat. Unless it makes Nodal sad, then cheating is appropriate. Speaking of Nodal, it is Seeker's turn.
All right. Seeker is going to.
I can't tell if this is still in Fog of War down here, or... I guess it's just shadows on the walls. Okay. I want to make sure you can see what's down there.
You guys, this isn't Seeker's fight. Seeker is going to shoot off a ray of Pluto at this guy right here.
Ray of Pluto?
Told you guys I was going to come up with constellations and stars for all of my spells.
Pluto is neither a constellation nor a star.
It is, however, a wandering body. That is 26.
What is actually Ray of Pluto?
It's Ray of Frost.
Okay, that's going to hit. And this is against your boy
Yeah, that guy
that
right
does not
there.
have a reaction. Okay?
Where'd he go?
Ooh. Where did he go? Well, that's
This guy?
6. Yes, 6 frost damage.
And he is bloodied.
So it was that one that you just hit, Nodal?
Yeah, it's that one right there.
Okay, so that one is now bloodied after the Ray of Frost. And are you moving or staying put?
I am going to just put my back up against the wall.
Very good. This is going to bring us to Lucius.
Let's go ahead and focus fire on that guy with some Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Sounds like fun. You're looking at us. Oh, my spell attack went up. That's a 24 to hit.
24 does hit.
You're looking at 8 force damage to that one.
Okay.
I'm just pewing along going shit.
And moving or staying put?
Staying put, because I am not going to move out of this thing's threat range.
He's used his reaction already.
Oh. then yeah, definitely.
He's used his reaction, and that one can't reach you from down there. So you're backing up to the wall as well? I like it when the players all group up nice and conveniently for me, right next to a doorway they don't know what's on the other side. Like, that makes me happy. I'm glad that's happening.
It's like 20 feet down. It's fine.
Okay. That's going to bring us to Florian.
I'm gonna hold an action.
Sure.
I am going. No, I'm not. I don't have Warcaster. I will not be doing that. So I will just blast that one with magic missile.
Very good.
At level 2. That is forward. Actually, no. Let's try and finish that one up.
I figured that you were going to do that.
Yeah.
Also, I need to take Warcaster. Myself.
I don't even remember what that does, honestly.
6, 7, 8 plus 4, 12 damage.
12 damage.
Lets you ready spell attacks for.
And gives you advantage on concentration spells too.
And this Florian, moving or staying put?
I'm good here.
Okay, it's going to bring us to... Oh, Florian acts on 20. Okay, I see. I see why I let Florian go down. Seeker, standing close to the door. This door here opens just a crack. Just far enough that like somebody on the other side has kind of pushed it open. And there's light emanating from outside, but it's a magical light, like the cantrip. And who is the least human out of the 5 of you? Probably Lucius, I would think.
Yeah, probably.
Lucius.
Yo.
Make me a Constitution saving throw.
Sure.
Don't forget your blast.
Actually, let me get this from Scrappy too, if you don't mind. Because he is also nowhere close to human.
19. Ooh.
Okay. How'd Scrappy do?
Thank you, Florian.
It's the power of names.
Scrappy's not blessed. Scrappy roll?
Destil, you muted?
17.
17, okay. Lucius.
Yo.
Coming from just outside of this door, your mind fills up with this extremely high-pitched, just ear-blistering whistle that's very pervasive for a good couple of seconds. And it just bites into your brain through your ears. Doesn't do any actual damage, but it's extremely unpleasant, and it leaves your ears ringing for a moment. And as that whistle fills the room, these 2 creatures that have not used their reactions yet BAMF out of sight into a cloud of smoke. The 2 that are still sitting here attacking you, immediately their tentacles wrap up against their backs, and they sit back on their haunches, and their heads go down in deference, and their ears kind of fold onto the sides of their head. And that's going to bring us to Alexander.
Let's go ahead and take a shot at this one.
Okay.
So 12 on armor class.
12 does not hit.
Just go ahead and take a second shot.
Okay. Are these with your regular bullets or your magic ones?
These are magic bullets.
Okay.
That hits an armor class of 26.
That'll hit.
For 12 magical piercing.
And before, when you were attacking these creatures, and they looked to be very willing participants in the combat, taking their injuries in stride. This shot, though, makes you feel like you've just shot a whimpering pet. That's all the resistance you get from it. As your bullet collides with its upper chest and it recoils in pain. Moving or staying put?
I'm gonna stay put there. Scrappy is going to attack this one.
Okay.
Hit a 15 on armor class.
15 does hit.
For 8 force damage.
And is Scrappy moving or staying put?
I think Scrappy's good where he is.
Okay. And same thing, as Scrappy brings down his claws, hammering on this creature, it just kind of recoils in fear, more so than hostility. And that's going to bring us to Gustavus.
I'm sorry. Which character is Gustavus?
That's you. That's your character.
I don't know.
I mean, you don't have to take a turn if you don't want. We can just skip past.
3.
Move on to the bad guys again.
I'm gonna just step over here. And step over here, and I'm going to just poke the thing. I'm not gonna like actually hurt it. I'm just gonna poke it with my hammer.
Okay. You
Like
reach
the
out with
hammerhead.
your hammer and kind of tap at it, and it kind of shrugs away from the pokes and whimpers as you do so. Something is turning these creatures into pitiful monstrosities indeed. And are you moving or staying put?
I'm gonna stay right here.
Okay. And both of these creatures use their actions to BAMF into a cloud of smoke. One of them reappears inside of the kennel. And it's curled up on the ground, on all, like laying down on all of its legs, with its tentacles, instead of warping around and feeling the air like they were a moment ago, they're folded up along its back, as though it's been trained to take this position. Two of them don't return at all. Actually, none of the other ones return at all. But that one does. That's going to bring us to Seeker.
All right, I'm gonna try to do an active perception down here to see
Okay.
what's going on through the door.
Go ahead and roll that.
That is a 6.
There's definitely someone standing there. I mean, you can tell because there's light coming in through the crack in the door, and it's casting a shadow on the other side of it. But more information than that, you're not able to glean. The door's just not open wide enough yet.
And with that information, I'm gonna look at Florian and squeeze myself even closer into the wall.
One day, Seeker's just going to step into the actual wall, and nobody will ever see him again. Lucius.
Dimension door.
Yes.
And Lucius, I should point out that this whole time, as everybody else has been taking their actions, you've been hearing these short, sharp whistle blasts a few times in a row.
Lucius walks up over here and active perception.
Okay.
Never mind. End my turn.
It's over. It's over. Your eyes,
Lucius is done.
your eyes fall out. You don't need those anymore. Florian.
Man, I just did the devil sight too, man. That sucks.
Hello?
Just calling out.
Yeah.
Lucius, the whistling comes to a stop. Florian, are you done taking actions on your turn? Is that all you want to do?
Dodge?
Okay, that's fair. The whistling comes to a stop. And you hear a woman's voice on the other side. And there is a... You can't help but feel a very strong aura of smugness in her voice. like old nobility. But the voice sounds relatively young. And she says, "Have you killed any of my precious pets?" Speaking in common. Voice of a young woman.
I don't believe we did, right?
Mm-mm.
So,
You've got one of them. We're very close. You want to go finish it off real quick?
not yet, no.
She says she has called them off. Give them but an opportunity to return to their pens unharmed. And that's going to bring us to Alexander.
Let's go ahead and break open a component of alchemical healing regents and pour it over my shoulder. So it's
Okay.
cure wounds on myself for 7. Alex is gonna drop down to here just to get a better look and have Scrappy 5, 10, move to like here.
Okay.
Dodge from both of us. Oh, I took an action to cast a spell, but Scrappy dodges.
Okay, that's going to bring us to Festivus.
Okay. All right. Hold on. 5. Hold on. Drop down.
Mhm.
When you drop down like that, does it take 10 feet of movement?
No, just 5 feet, because I'm assuming you're just jumping down. You're
right.
not.
Okay. All right.
If it's
Can
more
I-
than 10 feet, what I've decided to do is I'll either incur the falling damage, or you can use your action to like tuck and roll on your landing.
Okay. All right. So I'm
10
going
feet
to
stopping.
jump down here. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I'm going to just call out who goes there.
Okay. And you don't get a response because it's not their turn yet.
And
So-
I'm going to dodge.
and you hear more than see. Well, I guess unless you're still looking up there. But the cat-like smoke creatures, the remaining ones, one of which is very badly injured indeed, all reappear outside of the kennel doors. Does anybody do anything to hurt or harm these creatures in the next round of actions?
No.
Nah,
No.
I'm off on my own. I don't like this at all.
Then they use their next action to BAMF back into their respective kennels. Does anybody have intention to raise hostilities to the voice on the other side of the door?
Not right
Yes.
now.
Makes a show of putting his spell focus back into his pouch.
So it was Gus that called out who goes there.
Mm-hmm.
The somewhat annoyed and contemptuous young woman's voice on the other side of the door says, "That is not something the interlopers should be calling out to someone in their own house. Wouldn't you agree?"
Last I heard, this belonged to the city.
And there was a soft chuckle on the other side of the door. She says that she is Skada, that she is in charge.
And you don't work for the Flying Pig?
And you hear another soft chuckle.
That isn't an answer.
We were told that she openly wears the colors of the flying pig.
Well, right now you can't see her because you're talking to her through a crack in the door.
I know, but like I'm just saying that's something we were told.
Lucius calls out, "That's not an answer." And she kind of, again, contemptuously responds, "You are not owed an answer. You are trespassing."
Gus looks up at everybody on the upper floor and he makes like a slicing neck motion and then like a question mark, because we've been told this is a very evil lady.
Well, she called her. The way I see it, she called her beasts off. I'm not gonna bite that hand.
Is this a discussion you guys are having right here?
No. I think it's a very silent one.
Let's stick
Seeker
to
makes
let's stick to an
throw
actual
code,
discussion. we
and
have.
Seeker just kind of shrugs, like, go for it.
Florian makes a calm down.